Okay, go ahead and call the meeting to order. Chief Deputy Gary Pinker is going to lead our invocation, followed by the pledge. Please join me.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you once again with bowed heads and humble hearts. Thank you for another day. Lord, thank you for waking up to see another day that was not promised to us. Lord, we ask you to bless this court, bless the citizens of Smith County, bless our men and women on foreign soil, Lord, to bring them home safe and sound. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First item on the agenda this morning is the public hearing. Number 1, receive public input regarding the fiscal year 2008 Smith County budget. We have received 3 requests for public participation. Call on each of you by your names and have you come to the podium and address the court, please. First one is Michael Boyer. Mr. Boyer.
Thank you for letting me speak. I wanted to speak out against the raises for the commissioners, elected officials. As I had stated in an article, I appreciate you running and doing that, but right after the election, I think it would be best to wait. But more importantly, not to tie your raises to that with the county employees. I mean, it's a different category and it's a different position. It puts them in a difficult position to try and get a raise to do that. So I wish that we could change that and also, again, not be able to immediately give yourself a raise. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Boyer. Sharon Guthrie.
Good morning, I'm Sharon Guthrie, and I've had an interesting week. I've had many strangers, acquaintances, as well as friends stop me this week to thank me for expressing the view that the Commissioner's Court and county judges' raises are extremely out of proportion to what they should be. I do want to also inform you that the other sentence that was next was, "We will do whatever it takes to defeat the jail bond issue." And unfortunately, it's sad to me that the raises that you have given yourselves have precluded the importance of the jail bond issue. And I know today you plan to vote on that budget, and I'd like to ask you one more time to reconsider your position, because it is a must that we have a new jail. I think everyone realizes the need for a new jail. But because of clouding this issue with your raises, I think you're going to have a very hard time passing any kind of jail bond issue, as well as there will be people that are willing to do whatever it takes to stop you from issuing certificates of obligation. So please reconsider. Make it your goal as the Commissioner's Court to work for the citizens and for accomplishing the repair of the county roads and bridges. I think more people use those every day than anything else in this county. And I mean, I get complaints myself because they want to complain to state representatives. And so make that a goal, and I hope that you will make the jail bond issue your priority and not your raises at this time. Please reconsider. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Guthrie. Move to agenda item number 4. I make a motion we adopt the fiscal year 2008 Smith County proposed budget. Discussion.
Yes, Judge, I have some questions. And I appreciate Ms. Wilson's email and her offer to answer questions after we got the updates. But I've been told by counsel more than one time that the appropriate place to ask questions, even of staff, would be in Commissioner's Court. I need to have some questions answered about animal control. I've gone through and I've looked at the different adjustments made in here, but I'm not seeing where we have accommodated additional space for housing of the animals. So could somebody answer that for me?
Would you like me to answer it?
Sure.
We have moved the animal control out of the constables into the sheriff's office. We have added an additional animal control office. It's a 4-man office, man-woman office is being set up. There's new vehicles added in there. We have, the contract is in there as it was requested for the Humane Society, but we put an additional $50,000 in contingency, not necessarily for animal control of the issues that you're speaking of, but just in the event something does come up that's still not settled.
Okay, well, I see that the Humane Society line item is still at $70,000.
Right.
And in Ms. Tittle Dobbs' recommendation to the court, she mentioned that there would be some additional cost based on the number of dogs they are projecting us to need to house.
Do we have a dollar amount?
Yes.
I think I could answer some of that. Last week there was a meeting with the Northeast Texas Public Health District, the city of Tyler, and I just sat in on the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, Mr. Gary and I was sitting there and we were just kind of having a conversation with Ms. Helms and Ms. Tittle Dobbs. And I think Gail is going to come to you with some additional requests on how we can actually do this and maybe do a contract. And that's why the extra money, I believe, has been put in contingency.
Right.
So the $50,000 should cover that?
We're waiting for her to give us the exact numbers, but the $50,000 should cover it.
Okay. Then my other question about animal control is this. I've had an opportunity to speak with Constable Kreth over the weekend, and I don't know if he's in the audience. He just got out of the hospital on Friday, and he gave me his blessing to ask the court, based on the population of Constable Precinct 2, based on Judge Limerick's projection of the increase in civil process for next year, and based on the fact that Judge Limerick has advised them that they will need to dedicate a bailiff to the JP court. And because Constable Kreth is not at this time able to determine when he will be back full force in his capacity as constable, he does not want his office to be short-handed on serving the increase in civil papers, which are projected from Judge Limerick's office, going from 621 papers to approximately 1,900. And so he is asking for the court to allow the deputy constable that had been previously assigned to animal control to be left with his office for the period of time that he will be out recovering. And he asked me to deliver that message to the court.
Ms. Wilson, can